Here's how to file 2025 taxes for free. So you can actually go to irs.gov/free file. I'll leave a link for that in the description, and that is a place where the IRS gives you some assistance in filing your taxes for free, but you also may not qualify for that, and you may have to actually just do all the forms yourself. I, for the last 10 years, have used TurboTax, and TurboTax also allows you to file taxes free if you qualify. About 40% of you will qualify for a simple return. So there's a link in the description if you do have to pay anything. It's an affiliate link, but it does get you 20% off any TurboTax product. But I'm going to show you how to get started and how to file taxes for free. And if you've already started on TurboTax, I'll show you how to switch back so that you can get back to the free edition. So you would start on this screen. So if you were to click through that link in the description, then you would basically sign in or create an account, and then you'll be right here where you just kind of skip past this one, and then it'll start asking you questions. And so what you want to do on this is actually not check mark anything, because this is TurboTax kind of recommending a product for you, and you want them to recommend the free product. And so we hit continue, and then for here we say we're comfortable doing our own taxes. No matter what, TurboTax guides you through the process. This is just if you want like an actual person to help you. So I'm going to say I'm comfortable on my own and hit continue. By the way, you can always upgrade later if you really want to. Now TurboTax is going to recommend a product, and it will recommend the do-it-yourself basic free edition for $0. So I can start for free and file my taxes for free if you completely qualify. And then you start to answer the questions properly, whether you filed taxes last year or not. I'm going to say I filed my own taxes and hit continue. And then it's going to take you to the landing page to begin your free tax filing here on TurboTax. So you're going to see basically that you start with filling in your information, and TurboTax is going to guide you through the process and just ask you the questions so it knows which steps to take you through next. And so you would basically start here, click this big blue button, and you're going to start filling in all of your information. Now you can see on the left-hand side, we have the tax home at the top, which is kind of like your dashboard. You'll be able to see all of your returns there and previous returns. Documents are anything that you've sort of had to upload during this process. And then you have my info. So this right here, the 2025 taxes, this is like your guide or the agenda for filing your taxes. And so the information part is in my info, just all the information about you. And then you start into your federal taxes with income, deductions, other tax situations. And then it's a little review of everything to make sure you filled everything out okay. And then state taxes down here is kind of the same thing as federal. And you can click on any of these to go to that spot in the process of filing your taxes. Then after you do federal and state, you review and then finish and file. In the upper right, you're going to see price preview. Because we started on free, you'll actually see that this says $0. So right now, everything that we've input is going to be a free filing, basically. And same thing with the state until you start to input things that require different forms and stuff. So like if you have self-employment income that requires a Schedule C form, and so you'll have to bump up a level, but you can just bump up the minimum amount so you can pay the least amount for your tax return or tax filing. Down here we have tax tools, and you're going to see if you scroll down, there's a print center where you can print your PDFs and forms. And you can also go to tools and just see some of the different things, including my fees, which is basically the same thing as price preview on the right. Now, so at this point, you're just going to go through, and TurboTax is going to actually take you through step by step filing taxes. It's been really easy to use for, I've used it for over 10 years. When I started, my taxes were free just like this, but over time, things have gotten more complex, but I still utilize TurboTax. But I do the same thing. I start for that free, or I start with the free edition, and then I wait until TurboTax says I need to upgrade to something else. Now, if you're already a TurboTax customer, or you already have an account, you already started filing, there are two ways to get back to free or like start over. If you look down in the lower left, you can switch products. And so if you're already on free, you'll only see upgrade because you can only go up from free. But you might see downgrade. If you're on one of the do-it-yourself plans, even if you're on deluxe or premium, you can actually downgrade to free and keep all of your information that you filled out inside of your return and just kind of keep moving on, but you'll be on the free edition. If you are on one of the like live assisted modes where you have like the expert help products, that you cannot downgrade to free, but you can clear and start over and do exactly what we did in the beginning of this video to get back to the free edition, and then just input all of your information again. So that would be this clear and start over button down here. And it's going to ask you a couple times if you want to start fresh and kind of warn you what it means. You're going to clear your tax data. So if you want to do that, you can go ahead and hit that blue button and clear everything and start over for free. That's pretty much it though. I mean, TurboTax does a great job of like taking you through step by step, even if you don't know what on earth all of this tax mumbo jumbo is. TurboTax has a lot of explanation, and it also just kind of guides you through the process, which is not maybe necessarily what you'll find if you go to that IRS site and then download all the forms and just have to fill them out yourself without really knowing anything. So that is how to file taxes for free. That's your 2025 taxes, which we're filing in 2026. Hopefully this helps you guys. Like I said, there's a link in the description where you can get 20% off if you do have to pay anything on TurboTax, and that helps support this channel as well. Appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.